Hello friends, welcome back to the Accent Designer. Happy New Year. Hopefully you had a wonderful and restful holiday season. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking to you guys about how to create a more efficient LinkedIn profile and expand your network in the product design landscape. So without any further ado, let's get into it. So as I mentioned in the beginning, guys, LinkedIn is like one of the largest social media. It's not even considered a professional platform only these days. A lot of people utilize LinkedIn in a more of a social media form. So they run their businesses, they try to reach out to potential clients, expand their clientele or just professional network. So there are just various ways of utilization these days when it comes to LinkedIn. But of course, the core value of LinkedIn is to expand oneself network in a professional landscape and hopefully land much better opportunity if you're trying to progress in your career. So here is the first thing I'm going to be talking to you guys about. As you guys can see in the video here, one of the things that I see in a lot of LinkedIn profiles is they don't really have cover photos or profile picture, and excuse my profile picture here. I think it's kind of nice. It's a little bit casual, not too formal, but being too formal on LinkedIn isn't really high priority these days. To me, at least, the way I look at it, I try to maintain or keep my profile in a way that represents my personality, and that's why I format it in this exact way. However, what I'm talking about here is that a lot of people neglect the fact that there are cover photos and profile pictures. And apparently when LinkedIn launched the profile in the way we see it these days, there is a point behind each one of them. You're trying to represent your brand, if you have a brand, online brand, or you're trying to reflect your personality on your professional presence, which absolutely makes sense. Both, like either way, what I'm trying to say here is you shouldn't really disregard the existence of these two elements. You need to actually leverage and take better advantage of things like that. Then the second part is the name, and there is just like a really nice feature that LinkedIn has rolled out not too long ago. And this feature is the pronunciation. So for those who are coming from different backgrounds, different cultures, different parts of the world, it becomes somehow challenging for people to pronounce their names. So having this feature here, in my opinion, was one of the best things that LinkedIn ever added. And I highly encourage and recommend you guys to use it more often, followed by a bio. And a bio here, don't make this mistake, guys. A lot of people replicate what just exists on their experience board. People can still have the chance to check your experience here, see the most recent role, and always scroll down. Everybody knows how to scroll down to this section and dive more in depth and read more details about your experience. But here, try to take advantage of this bio and communicate with people what you're really into when it comes to your professional career and professional landscape. If you're a product designer, since we're talking about product design in this channel, try to leverage this section and talk what you're passionate about. For me, I'm pretty much a specialist when it comes to mobile applications and mobile tech. So that's what I'm trying to communicate from the get-go. So don't forget to take advantage of these two little features here. Then if you're looking for a job, always try to capitalize on these features here. Like you will have this call to action that says open to. So when you click it, if you want to find a job, if you want to hire or provide services, if you're looking for a job, make sure to activate this feature here. And what that does is it will have this like little frame around your profile picture to let the recruiters know that you're open for new roles or new positions. The following section here would be, these are just like typical and more private, like you're the only one who can see it, just analytics, how many people view your profile, how many visitors, etc., etc. If you have more followers and connections and you're actually publishing content regularly on the platform, you will have this feature which says creator mode. What that does is just like help your content become more discoverable and for people to know that what you're really into. If you're like myself trying to get in the YouTube space and try to publish more videos and produce more educational content, so having this feature activated will really help posts to become more discoverable. Then you have this section here, it's called featured. For me, I got a couple featuring posts before because it contributed to some activities. So make sure if you have any of these credentials, just make sure to list them here under the section. It's really good for your brand if you have a brand, and good for your like professional progress, for people to see what you're into, what you've done before. Then here is just like activity or just history, like of all the things that you either posted, replies, comments you made. Then the about section. About section to me is just like one of the most important things. However, if you were to ask me, that's a personal opinion though. I would definitely, like when I visit other people's LinkedIn profiles, I definitely check this one first before diving into the about section. So about section is a must, don't get me wrong, it's very important, and it's a very good way for you to communicate more in-depth details about yourself, about your professional experience with the visitors. But at least people who are pretty much like me wouldn't invest that much time reading it if you don't have this bio here. So you can see here that I'm just talking about the fact that I'm coming from a retail banking and business analysis background, and how I shifted into product design and the things I'm interested in, and the previous roles, what I consider like the most significant roles that really added up a lot of value to my career. So try to keep it concise. Avoid writing novels here. Like a lot of people write a lot of things here, which is completely fine. I'm not saying there is nothing wrong against it, but the likelihood for people to read the whole thing is pretty slim, especially if we're talking about recruiters who probably go through tons and tons of LinkedIn profiles and resumes on a daily basis. Then I have my experience here. I try to always keep or leave links to the companies or the places I work for as much as I can. This, in my opinion, this is a must. And I try to even dive deeper and just leave links to the things I absolutely worked on or contributed to, whether it's a feature, mobile app, website, you name it. Try to leave the link here. Same thing with the rest of the roles here, and you can see that I have a total of 6 positions that I had over the past decade. Then down here you can find a little bit of my education history, what I went to in grad school and post-grad, then just a little bit more of experience and skills. Then this one over here, recommendations. This is, in my opinion, like one of the best ways to communicate the impact you had in your professional experience, whether it's peer review, student review, if you teach like myself, previous managers that you worked or reported to. This is very helpful to provide enough reference and just increase the likelihood and encourage people to reach out to you and start a conversation. Then some courses. Well, besides, like I have a master's degree, but it's not a course, it's like a degree. So I have it up there in education. Here, the only course I had back then was certified course with data visualizations back in when I used to work as a business analyst, but that was long ago. Then the languages and some interests. So try to, I guess what I'm trying to say here, try to take strong advantage of all the sections, the visual sections on LinkedIn profile. Try to communicate the things that you're absolutely passionate about and the things that you excel at, and try to be concise. All right. So now moving on to the next point. A lot of people send invites to pretty much everyone they can find on LinkedIn. In my opinion, you can do that, but the likelihood for people to actually accept your invite is pretty slim if they don't know you or if they haven't come across your work before. So in the product design landscape, I would actually recommend these 2 websites that you can absolutely, website and communities, that you can use to enlarge and expand your product design network and get, reach out to people easier and actually find value in reaching out to people. So the first website is mainly curated to mentors and mentees. What you can find here is tons and tons of professionals who work at amazing companies, have amazing experience in product design and UX, you can reach out to them, and you can schedule calls, and it's for free. 20 and every call goes between 20 to 30 minutes. So it's such a great way to actually engage yourself with the community, learn from industry professionals, and build up your network. And if you were to ask me, what I would do is spend as much time as possible with one mentor, or like a specific number of mentors who are willing to dedicate their time to assist you along the way, as opposed to talking to every and anyone on the platform. That's how I value a strong mentorship relationship. That was a little bit of tongue twisting, but you get the point. So what you need to do here, just go sign up, create an account, and it's completely for free. You can just access the list of mentors on this website, and based on availability, you can book calls with every one of them. And they also have a Slack community. So from this website, you can request an invite to join the Slack community. The third, or the second and last community that I want to share with you guys here is DesignX. DesignX is just one of the leading communities when it comes to the product design and UX landscape. They have a website. You can find a bunch of positions or roles listed on the website if you're looking for a new job. And you can also join their Slack community. They have this dominant call to action here if you're interested. And it's such a great way to communicate with professionals. And one of the strongest values, DesignX, one of the strongest things that DesignX provides to the community is two things. A, the constant events and collaborations they host on the platform. And B, it's very, very active and legit when it comes to job posting. So people on this platform, on the Slack channel, they are very active, very engaging. And if you came across someone who's posting for a new job, they're actually hiring. It's not just that they are trying to post to be there on the market or to maintain their online presence or anything like that. They are actually hiring. Third and final thing I wanted to share with you guys here today. When you send an invite to someone on LinkedIn, please leave a note. It's very important to leave a note because people, especially if you're sending invites to someone you randomly came across and you found, or you thought their profile is really interesting and they have tons of experience and you're really eager to connect and learn from them, the likelihood for people to accept your invite is to at least leave a note. It's even polite to leave a note and let people know you and why you're sending them this invitation, as opposed to only hit the add request or like send invite button. So please leave a note. It's a little limited, so you have to be very concise. And the best way I would imagine this note to be is just introducing yourself and quickly mentioning why you wanted to connect with them. All right, so that was pretty much everything I wanted to share with you guys about building and trying to connect and expand your network on LinkedIn. So hopefully you found it beneficial. The links to the two websites I shared with you guys today are down below in the description, so make sure to check that out. Thank you very much for tuning in, and see you next time.